Well, hello. Um, Sacramento, California, January 2nd, 2026. And as you can see, it's 5:54 in the morning. It's dark. I'm 74 years old. I'm engaged for the third time. First marriage was 10 years, second marriage was 20 years. This one hopefully will take me to the end. But that's not what this story is all about. The reason I don't have the lights on is because, let's flip the screen and I'll show you. There's my 5-year-old granddaughter. There's a computer I give her. She loves to watch Minecraft. Mikey and JJ are her buddies. Here's my computer. And now we're going to move to a room that has a bit more light, if that's okay with you. Okay. Here's our living room, where we live. There's a mirrored wall we worked on for her dance studio stuff. Okay, like I said, I'm 74 years old. I'm engaged. My fiance is 28. We've been in a long distance age gap relationship for there I am, for a total of 9.5 years right now. Seemed pretty good. Everything's been going well. Didn't really expect it to be a real relationship. Just wanted her to put me, to help me put my heart on hold after my second divorce. My first and my second divorce were not hard. Like I said, the first marriage was 10 years, and we mutually grew apart over 10 years. My second marriage was 20 years, and we mutually grew apart over the last 15 after my daughter was born, our daughter was born. She was a good mom. My daughter's a great young lady. And I'm an okay dad. I'll give her that. She helped teach me how to be a dad, which was a very valuable thing to have when you're 44-year-old first-time parent. And I owe a lot to her. Now I've got a 5-year-old granddaughter, and I'm headed to the Dominican Republic August of 2026 to give my fiance one more chance to bail out. I gave her numerous chances during the 9.5 years we've been in the relationship. And I'm hoping she decides that there's enough here to love and cherish and build a life with, a future. But that's going to be up to her. And I fully understand that being engaged long distance and being engaged day to day, 24/7, 365 in your face is a different thing. And she has a right to be in or out. And I won't be hurt either way. But anyway, what this channel has been about recently is my daughter has multiple sclerosis. She's 29 years old. She's had a business, YNA Entertainment, which of course has not made any money for the last 9 years. It's cost money, and that's fine. Everybody needs something, a dream to hold on to, especially when you have a debilitating disease like multiple sclerosis. And what we did 5 years ago is we put $99 down on 2.3 acres in South Central Oregon and maintain payments. And hopefully we were going to be able to pay it off quicker than the 20-year $99 a month payment notes that we originally signed, and get to construction on it, which I want to help with. I have the ability to, I'm pretty handy. Used to race cars for a living, used to train racehorses for a living. I'm a pretty good mechanic, and allows me to also be able to build. So anyway, obviously life happens. Living in Northern California, it's expensive, and we haven't been able to make any inroads on the total cost of the property. Once we've paid off the property, we can start developing it. Since I'm 74, and the final payment, if we don't accelerate it, would be made in 2040, I'd be 90, and that's going to be too old for me to really help much. And I want to help. My fiance wants to help too. We intend to live in the Dominican Republic. Don't get me wrong, we built a 2-bedroom condo on the roof of her parents' house. And that's the plan. But we certainly would like to come back here and support my daughter, my son-in-law, and my granddaughter in their quest for a rural home and a happy future. I spent most of my life, I don't know what in hell I did, how I got through 62 years till I stopped working regular jobs. I had my own auto repair shop for a while. I worked for other people. Like I said, I built race cars for a living, sports racers, prototypes, some Formula cars, low grade. And I did some racing. I did some race team managing. I had modeling agencies. I managed rock bands. No drugs, no alcohol, no smoking for 74 years. I mean, I think I tried pot 5 times. I maybe consumed 3 mixed drinks total in 74 years. And I just don't seem to need it. I'm ADHD to the max. And I don't really understand depression. I just haven't, it's never been a part of my life. My mom and dad have both passed away. I'm 74, that's hardly a shock. They had me when they were in their 30s, so that's it. I have one sister who's 2.5 years younger than me, and she's a wonderful woman, and her husband is a fantastic guy, and my 2 nieces and my nephew are great people. They're adults. So anyway, that's who I am. That's what I'm all about. And I get $2,000 a month Social Security. And I'm very happy to realized that once I get to the Dominican Republic and our 2-bedroom condo, quote, on the roof of my fiance's parents' house is fully paid for, we're going to live a very nice lifestyle over there. I put my fiance through college, through university. She's got a degree in child psychology, and she's a beautiful woman inside and out. How was I lucky enough to get her? I started out with me realizing that the girls that I was dating during the end of my marriage and helped cause my divorce, and dating is very loosely, although I did see them socially beyond the 30 minutes to an hour that we spent together in a business deal, shall we say. I actually took some of their kids out to Chuck E. Cheese and got in depth, shall we say, with them and their personalities and their lives. I was sort of thinking that probably what would happen is down the road as they aged out of that business they were in, that they'd probably come back and see if I was interested in a permanent relationship. And I realized I probably couldn't afford their drug habits. And I didn't really want to commit to something like that full time for eternity. So I had been in communication with a particular young lady that I thought was really cool, really beautiful, and much too young for me, and 3,000 miles away. And I realized that'd be very safe for me. So I approached her and told her that I was in love with who she was on Facebook, and would it be possible for me to remain in love with her while I sorted out my future. And in exchange for that, I would pay for her university, which was only $100 a month. And I certainly could afford that. I was still working at the time, and driving truck and delivery truck, not big semis, but local delivery truck. And she agreed to it. And she asked what she had to do, and I said, you don't have to do anything weird. I've got girls over here for that. But I just want, when somebody comes to me and says, are you in a relationship? I wanted to be able to say yes and not be lying. And she said, what about, her? And I said, you're going to benefit by getting a college education at no expense to you. And she had been engaged since she was 15 to a local guy that was a few years older than her. And I didn't say anything at that juncture, but one day, right around the time of my divorce, she appeared online on Facebook with a guy that was not her fiance, out socializing. And so I went and checked her profile, and it said she wasn't engaged anymore. So I felt free to not screw up her life by asking her to do me the favor of letting me be in love with her. I promised I would not share her photos online, and I never have in 9.5 years. Of course, everybody thinks I'm getting played, but I've spent a lot of time with sugar babies and mistresses, and I sort of know that world pretty well. Could she be playing me? Yeah, but I'll tell you what, if she's played me for 9.5 years, she deserves everything that she's received and will receive. And her parents know about me, know who I am. Her sister and brothers know who I am. her cousins know who I am, and I've communicated with all of them at certain times. And I'm pretty confident that if the fact that I'm old and ugly in person doesn't dissuade her any more than she, oh, yeah, sugar daddy is obviously a way to manipulate rich old guys. Well, I'm a poor old guy. And most of the girls that I knew were very fringe workers, shall we say. So everybody got what they deserved. Nobody got hurt, and it worked out okay for everybody. Everybody got what they wanted out of the deals that I was involved with. No, sugar daddy, let's call it sugar daddy light, okay? Because it really wasn't, buying them cars and jewelry. It was making payments on their cell phone and helping with the utilities sometimes. And I didn't get everything I wanted whenever I wanted it. I just got what was available and was happy with it. Get a job. I'm 74. I've had jobs. This YouTube channel might be a job. Who knows? We'll keep trying. Thanks for the recommendation. Glad everybody's giving such positive feedback, but I'm 74. I'm from New York. I can take whatever you want to dig out. Ooh, hey, get a job again. Can you give me a job I should get? Come on, let's hear about it. I know I don't look 74. I look 72, right? No, it's okay. You have a right to say whatever you want. I've got comments turned on. Feel free, blast away. Trust me, you aren't going to hurt my feelings or break my heart, okay? And maybe I'll see something in the comments that will help me. Yeah, real bargain. I look in my 60s. Yeah, you're right. I do look younger than 74. And I'm physically okay. Like I said, never drank, never did drugs, never smoked. It helped. I'm sure it's going to be a mainstay, and I think I'm good for another 20 years. That's why I'm not opposed to getting married to somebody who's 28. I think I can add to her life. I think I can be a positive influence on her family, and I think they are going to be a positive influence on me. It's going to be fun that she's doesn't speak English and I don't speak Spanish, but like I've been married a total of 30 years. Talking wasn't a big part of marriage, okay? It's how you act. It's what you do. And I think that we'll have a good time and we'll be able to make each other understand what we want and how we feel. My determination is that when I get to the Dominican Republic, which is where we're going to live, obviously, minimum wage is 84 cents an hour. So with having no rent, we'll live really nice. And I'll be able to help my daughter and my son-in-law, my granddaughter here with some of the $2,000 that I get. My hand's getting tired. We got to switch hands. There we go. And I'm excited. I think that I'll be good for her. I'm going to dedicate my life. So do you play Roblox? No, I was going to use that for some shorts, but I decided I'm just going to give a real YouTube channel over to my life and what my life is, and see if anybody is interested in it. So, like I said, I'm I'm getting used to having the comments turned on and talking back. Normally, I do this while I'm driving, and obviously, while I'm driving, I can't really read the comments. But it's fun to interact. That's cool. And look, I know I'm 74. I'm not the uh, cute guy that I was with long hair when I was in my 20s. And I realized the downside of being this age. But I've also got some wisdom that I think will help my fiance if she decides to accept me. Give you a lot of money. No, Social Security gives me $2,000 a month. If you have ever lived in Northern California, which is where I live now, you'll realize that $2,000 a month is the cost of a 2-bedroom apartment. So obviously, I can't live here. I would have intended, no matter what, to leave the United States at this age. And like I said, I raced horses, I raced cars. None of them have any retirement programs, any 401ks. Then I drove truck for Home Depot for 12 years, and there was no profit sharing or anything with that either. It was just an hourly salary gig. So I've done some Postmates and DoorDash and Uber Eats and things like that. But, you just survive on that money. So I've got no savings. I own a 2005 Chevy Malibu with 215,000 miles on it. And it's, it give you $11,000. I'm not exactly sure what that meant, but hi, how you doing? Anyway, we're using the channel to tell about my life, to tell about the 2.3 acres in Oregon that my daughter and I and my son-in-law have been making payments on. And we want to build her studio, dance studio, recording studio, and a homestead, hopefully pretty much off-grid, although there's electric at the street. And if you look back into any of my videos, you'll see what the land looks like. It's pretty barren. But I think one of the things we want to do up there is build dig holes for shipping container and bury the shipping container in the ground 8 feet deep. And the ground down there is 55 degrees constantly because of the cold winters, warm summers it ever does. So anyways, we'll be able to pump the 40-foot by 8-foot by 8.5-foot shipping container air into the house, into the studio and all that. And it'll only require us to add enough heat to raise the temperature 20 degrees in the winter and lower the temperature 20 degrees in the summer. And so that'll be kind of handy. And it should save money. Hi to J.K. Lays. There, I said hi. So anyways, that's who I am, and what I'm all about. I've rambled on for 25 minutes. I hope you all have a great day, and I'll be back later today with more. Take care now. Happy New Year.